Heiser Automotive Group's Thursday Night Lights, presented by U.S. Cellular on My 24, is brought to you by Heiser. Today's your day. U.S. Cellular, in the middle of nowhere. Additional support has been provided by the U.S. Army, Gruber Law Offices, Salvation Army, Sweetwater, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, Empire Beauty School, the Big 920, and Bryant and Stratton College Athletics.
Week 8 of the high school football season kicks off tonight in Kenosha as it's a tackle pink game. Two teams with a lot to play for. Kenosha Indian Trail getting set to take on Kenosha Bradford. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Jaskowitz Stadium. John Weiser and Terry Kelly up in the booth. We'll have Mike McGivern and John Pearson roaming the sidelines, part of our Pella Windows and Doors sideline reports tonight. Two teams with plenty to play for. Indian Trail is playoff eligible. Bradford needs to win out their next two to get there.
Right. This game is, make or break for Bradford.
Right now, the color guard has made their way to the center of the field, the United States Army color guard tonight. And singing our national anthem tonight is a senior from Indian Trail Academy, Luke Clarity.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Luke Clarity, a senior at Indian Trail Academy, with our national anthem tonight here at Jaskowitz Stadium. Terry, a couple of players we're going to keep an eye on tonight. We'll start first for Kenosha Bradford. Kind of a young backfield back there on offense, a quarterback, sophomore, and a freshman running back.
Got Martise Fuller up until this week has been a wide receiver. He's having to fill in at quarterback, and Jalen Hanford, a freshman, who last week made his first start, rushed for over 120 yards.
Got that against Racine Park last week. Defensively, we talk about the Lampe boys.
Yeah, it's a brothers act. Brock Lampe, a sophomore, leading tackler on this team, and Jake Lampe, defensive end, already racked up 8 tackles for loss.
For Indian Trail tonight, they've got a nice backfield tandem and quarterback Alex Jarvis.
Alex Jarvis, exceptional runner, throws the occasional pass, and Jalen Grant, number 14, outstanding running back.
He's also a return specialist, had a 95-yard kickoff return last week. Defensively, who do we have?
Connor Fonrick is at linebacker, made honorable mention all-conference last year as a sophomore, and Jahavian St. Julian, whom his coach describes as just powerful, speedy, explosive.
Right now to our Heiser Automotive keys to the game tonight. Terry, how do you have it drawn up?
Well, Bradford, we have to see how their young players are going to respond. They've got so many guys out with injuries, they have to step up. Can they slow down Indian Trail running game, and then they can't allow any home runs?
And for Indian Trail tonight, what do they need to do?
Got to break that turnover bug that bothered them last week.
Get their edge back.
They had kind of lost it. They had qualified for their playoffs. Coach Hoffman's a little concerned about what had happened, and then want to get a balance in their offense, not just run-oriented.
There you see the surprise kickoff there, a little type of an onside kick, so to speak, but Indian Trail able to recover at the 28-yard line. That's where 29-yard line, and that's where they will start offensively tonight. Bradford winning the coin toss and deferring until the second half. We'll get our look at Alex Jarvis, the senior quarterback, honorable mention all-conference from last year. He'll have in his backfield Jalen Grant. They'll split that backfield around. You'll see a little bit more spread option look from this team as the game goes on.
Right, a variety of different formations will be coming at you all night.
Scooter Terrian is the fullback. Scooter is his real name, we were told by the head coach. And the first give is to Grant, and Grant forces his way across the 30 out to the 31-yard line. Brought down on the play by Marco Infacino, the senior inside linebacker.
Yeah, Grant's a speedster, made it to state last year in the 100-meter dash. Has rushed already for over 500 yards and 8 touchdowns.
Jackson out. Amarian Lynch in for Indian Trail. They'll go 3 wide here with a single back look on 2nd down and 8. And they'll run the jet sweep around the near side, and no gain, maybe a yard. So again, working that through Marco Infacino on the stop. Marion Lynch, a junior, 5'10", 150. That's where he gets most of his yardage, running out of that slot in the jet sweep.
Right, and that was one of the things that Coach Bo felt that they had to put a stop to. They had to set that edge, turn that play back inside.
That's Marco Infacino, the senior inside linebacker, who's made the last couple of tackles here for Bradford tonight. No gain on the play, 3rd down and 8. Ball at the 32, and taking a long time to get this play. Back judges already counting down here. And they did not get this play away. This will be a delay of game here on Indian Trail. Our referee tonight is Ron Kirk.
Dead ball. Delay a game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Ron Kirk out of Oak Creek. John Purdy's the umpire. Todd Korth, good friend of mine, out of Oak Creek, is the linesman. Tom Turk's the line judge, and Jim Earhart is the back judge tonight. So 3rd and 13.
Yeah, this is a position that Indian Trail doesn't like to be in. They're not necessarily comfortable throwing the ball.
They'll swing it out of the backfield. Going to get the first down and more out to the far sideline and thrown out across the 45-yard line. Damarian Williams able to make the stop. That was Jalen Grant, a little swing pass out of the backfield.
That probably makes him a lot more comfortable throwing the ball, but notice it's trying to get that little halfback swing. And Grant, being the speedster that he is, he can turn short gain into a long gain instantly.
And again, Coach Hoffman talking about so much more they can do with that wheel route capability, using that back out of the backfield. We'll keep an eye on that again. 3-receiver look once again. Our first down of the game brought to you by Gruber Law Offices. Thrown into traffic, incomplete, and thrown behind the intended receiver. Jeremiah Suber, I believe, was the intended target out there, the 6'1 junior split end.
You know, we can see that Indian Trail's trying to get a little more of that balance. They've been, kind of 3-to-1 run versus pass. And so they know going down the road, they have to be a little more diversified in their offense.
We're streaming our video here again tonight. Go to my24milwaukee.com and click on the Thursday Night Light link. You can also find complete game videos and photos from our games all season long. That's my24milwaukee.com.
Bradford.
Timeout taken by Bradford. Gives us a chance to remind you later tonight we'll highlight an important point in the game as our watershed moment. That feature is being brought to you by Sweetwater, Southeast Wisconsin Watersheds Trust. So early timeout taken defensively here by Troy Bow and the Bradford Red Devils.
And it looks like he's more engaged in a conversation with the referee. I'm not quite sure what it is he's asking about. It's not a super animated conversation, so I don't know if it's something procedural he's running about. You know, you heard his players when they were talking with John Pearson pregame. He has that ability to kind of identify a play at its outset. It's not, afterwards. And his players really, I think, respect that.
Paul Hoffman, head coach for Indian Trail. Relates well with the kids. We picked that up in practice. The kids really have grown to his isms, if you will. He's got his own way of talking to the kids. And
right, he's a very colorful individual.
2nd down and 10 from the 45. Jarvis, the quarterback, will take it up to midfield. A gain of about 5 on the play. Brought down by Emron Aligi.
At that time, Bradford walked up to a 5-man front, trying to maybe get that edge established outside, and then we saw how Indian Trail responded, read that. I'm not sure if he's reading that. You couldn't quite tell, and then quarterback kept it, Jarvis, and went up the field.
Troy Bow, the head coach, is also the defensive coordinator, and he said you're going to see multiple fronts tonight. They'll show 4, sometimes 5. They'll back 2 out, have 3 up there, so kind of give the Jarvis a chance to read all of this. And trying to come around on that jet sweep once again. Not much there. Marian Lynch with the carry. Infacino there again. That's his 3rd tackle already tonight. Brings up a 4th down for the Hawks.
Yeah, 5'8", 160, a wrestler. You can see how he keeps his body in good position. Carry over, and we'll see how the wind impacts this punt right now.
It'll be Infacino going deep to receive the punt. Jake Lauren, the senior, does the punting and place kicking for this Indian Trail team. 4th down and 4 from midfield. Gets this one away, and the wind will knock that one down immediately. Takes an Indian Trail roll inside the 35 and down at the 33-yard line. That's where Bradford will take over their first possession. 8:26 to go in a scoreless first quarter.
Yeah, we saw, at the opening kickoff that Bradford, they know how much they need this game, so they did a little pooch punt. Be interesting to see if they come up with something exotic right off the bat on offense.
Well, it's Martise Fuller, the sophomore, one of the top receivers on this team, pressed into quarterback due to the injury to Bobek last week. Bobek not even dressed tonight for this ball game. They'll go 3 wide to the near side. Trail showing blitz, and it's going to be Fuller on the keep. Fuller, nice read out across the 35 to the 37-yard line. Gain of about 4 on the play for Martise Fuller. Connor Fonrick there to make the stop, the junior inside linebacker.
Yeah, you mentioned Fuller having to fill in. It was kind of, unsettling, I imagine, for Bradford as they came out for the opening toss. 3 of their captains are in street clothes due to injuries.
Yeah, they're without their running back, Will Darden. Joey Bobek got hurt last week in the Park game, and they're also without a couple of defensive players, Jake Dietz and Nate Bowens. They'll hand it off. Hanford, not much there, coming around the right side, maybe got a yard. Fonrek again in on the stop defensively for Indian Trail.
Honorable mention last year as only a sophomore. You saw how well he flowed to the ball.
No gain on the play, sets up a 3rd and a long 4 here. Again, they'll go trips here near side. Fuller under pressure, gets that one away, and it's incomplete. Juggled and dropped here coming to the near sideline. Demarion Williams was the intended target, the sophomore wide receiver.
You saw, though, as Fuller rolled out, put a nice pass out there on the run.
Let's go down to our Pella Windows and Doors sideline report. First visit of the night with Mr. Mike McGivern.
So, guys, listen to Coach Hoffman talk to the offensive line at Kenosha Indian Trail. I'm going to have fun all night listening to this. He gets their attention awfully quickly and talks a little bit about what they need to do, and then he has some fun. He said, boys, relax. Let's have a good time tonight. I'm going to love watching him coach.
Plaza on the kick. Takes it out to about the 40-yard line. Clayton Bishop on the return, out across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Nico Rosales was there, special teams for Bradford to make the tackle. So each team with a possession here in the early going.
Yeah, excellent form tackle that time by Rosales. Had Bishop right in sight, wrapped him up well.
Hawks take over at their own 41-yard line. Just over 7 minutes to go here in our scoreless first quarter. We mentioned Bradford needs to win their next two to become playoff eligible. They've got this one tonight and Case next week to wrap up the regular season.
State qualifiers from Indian Trail.
Jarvis will keep it on a read. Gets it to the 42 for a gain of 1. Read that time by Jarvis, looking for that linebacker to see where that gap is going to be.
Yeah, that time it was a tight 4-3, and they were really, stepping up right on the snap to fill all the gaps.
Get the play in. Paul Hoffman, also the offensive coordinator for this Indian Trail team. Second and 9 from the 42 for Indian Trail. Jarvis going to swing it out, and it's incomplete. That wind grabbed that ball. Looking for Bishop that time. Bring a little cross route that time. So no gain, 3rd and 9 here for Indian Trail.
So far Bradford has to be enjoying how this game is flowing. They're not seeing Indian Trail have great success on offense, and as these young players, for Bradford start to get a little more confidence, no telling how this game is going to turn.
Well, and you mentioned in the keys to the game, part of what Indian Trail has been able to do all season long is they get 2 or 3 of those home run plays per game. Last week it was the 95-yard kickoff return. Jarvis, 3rd and long, going to loft it over the middle, and the catch is made at the Bradford 42-yard line. Nice reception out there by Bishop. Clayton Bishop, leaping grab in front of Sage Terrell, the strong safety.
Yeah, Bishop, who usually starts on defense, is seeing some time on offense. Both coaches are going to pull out all the stops. They both desperately need this win. Little different scenario for each team, but they both want to grab this one.
16-yard pickup and a first down. A Gruber Law Office's first down here for Indian Trail. Under 6 minutes to go here in the first. Try and come around the near side, and not much there for Jackson. Check that, Scooter Terrian with the ball. Jake Lampy, second team all-conference on the defensive end to make the stop for the Red Devils.
Yeah, he had 8 sacks coming into this game. Got a tackle behind the line of scrimmage that time as well.
Loss of 3, it'll be 2nd and 13 for the Hawks.
Lampy 6 foot 210. Getting some looks. There's a couple of Division II schools looking at him. Loss of 3 on the play, 2nd and 13 for the Hawks. They'll work out of the eye with 2 receivers right. Play fake, Jarvis rolling. Going to throw on the run, and it's knocked down, incomplete, into the receiver's hands. Not much help that time. Cam Lee, the intended target. 6'2", 172, a sophomore Cam Lee. Pulled down 3 receptions last week in the loss to Franklin.
Yeah, both teams playing a number of sophomores. Seems to be kind of the rule as we've gone around in our games this year. Sophomore class seems to be an exceptional class for a number of these schools.
That didn't go unnoticed by the coaches either. They talked about that to us, saying something about the sophomore class around the entire area. Swing it out of the backfield, Grant. Grant with some room. Grant inside the 40, coughed up the football at the 35. And a penalty marker down. 2 flags on the play as they wrestle for that loose ball. One of them was Marcus Infacino. We're going to have Bradford football here, but we have to sort out a couple of flags here. A skirmish during the scrum.
Oh, Coach Hoffman mentioned last week in their game with Franklin, they had gone in with 1 turnover on the season, and already in the first half against Franklin they had 3. That was a trend he wanted to see come to a conclusion. However, just took off the ball up once again.
Yeah, it was the 3rd play from scrimmage, a pick 6, and suddenly you're down 7-0. Less than a minute and a half into the contest.
And Franklin is a team you don't want to be trailing.
No. Officials still trying to sort this one out. Ron Kirk is our referee tonight.
Now the one Indian Trail player came out of the pile, aggravated about something, and shoved player from Bradford.
The ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by Bradford. Holding number 4 against the Hawks. That penalty is declined. We have dead ball on sportsmanlike conduct, 22 of Bradford. We also have dead ball on sportsmanlike conduct, number 15 for Indian Trails. Those penalties are offset. They'll be first down Bradford. And we have a timeout for TV.
So we'll take our timeout break here with Bradford getting the first takeaway defensively. A scoreless battle tonight in the tackle pink game. Indian Trail against Bradford, the Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights. Midway through the first, a scoreless first quarter between Bradford and Kenosha Indian Trail. See the Miami-Dade, Florida Police Department's Crime Scene Investigations Unit in action as they solve crimes that other departments can't. Don't miss CSI Miami tomorrow night at 7 on My 24. Bradford recovering the fumble at the 36-yard line. It'll be Red Devil ball here. Their second possession tonight. Martise Fuller, sophomore quarterback. Works from the pistol. Sends Williams in motion. Williams will get it on the jet sweep, coming around the left side. Demarion Williams. And he'll get across the 40, out near the 41-yard line. And a gain of 5 on the play for Demario Williams. Leo Kaiser in on the stop, the strong safety for the Hawks.
Williams, yet another of the sophomores, seeing considerable playing time for Bradford.
Once again, they'll empty the backfield. 4 receivers. Make that 5 receivers, 4 to the near side here for Fuller. Second down and 5. Quick out through the hands of the intended receiver, Jayshawn Lee. The junior wide receiver went right through his hands, nearly picked off by the Hawks.
Got almost skipped all the way out to the DB that time.
Let's head back to the sideline and Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, watching the offensive coordinator here at Indian Trail talk to his quarterback and receivers, said, look, second quarter, wind at our back. We got a couple things that we can do against what they're playing defensively. And on their iPad, he showed about 3 or 4 times the same play. He said, let's make sure that we look at that seam and we get it when we can. Hey, guys, don't forget at halftime we're going to show a clip of Supergirl and Charm coming up on CW18. We'll do that at halftime.
All right, Mike, thank you very much. Incomplete pass by Martise Fuller. Brings up 4th down here for Bradford. They were trying for a little bit of a stretch play on that sideline.
Yeah, they tried to hit Williams going up that sideline, and it overthrew him.
So again, Clayton Bishop, the sophomore, inside his own 30. Eli Plaza will punt it away. And this Bishop will take it at the 23. Up the middle across the 25 and stood up at the 27-yard line. 4-yard return. Nico Rosales in on the stop, the special teamer for the Red Devils.
Good coverage downfield by the Bradford punt team. Really hemmed in Bishop and didn't give him an alley to get free.
So the Hawks get the ball for the 3rd time here in this first quarter. They fumbled it away on their last possession. In their 4th turnover in his last 2 games.
Yeah, both teams this year have been a little inconsistent on offense, and that's plagued them in their losses.
Indian Trail will go with 3 receivers here to the near side. Single back in the backfield is Jalen Grant. Jarvis from the pistol will run the option. He'll come down this near side, cuts upfield across the 30, and make it to the 32-yard line where he's wrapped up there. Sage Terrell, the strong safety. Nice job by Red Devils on pursuit that time to string that out.
Right, and Jarvis on the year has rushed for 524 yards and scored 9 TDs. He's been more effective as a runner than as a passer.
You get a look at 47, Brock Lampy, the leading tackler for Bradford.
Imagine the brothers have discussions after the game.
That'd be an interesting night, huh? On a Friday night after the game, right?
Who got the most tackles?
Love to be at that dining room table about 10:30 on a Friday night. 2nd down 7 for Indian Trail. Ball at their own 33-yard line. Jarvis trying to go up the middle and runs right into Lampy. Getting some help as well from Jake Lampy, his brother. There's the Lampy boys getting involved on that tackle. So we've got a Bradford player down. So a timeout for injury here. Special thanks to Dan for providing our wonderful food again this week. Thursday Night Lights staff and crew appreciate Dan of Milwaukee for that. DanMke.com gets you the complete menu and delivery options.
Yeah, provided excellent food all year. It's been outstanding.
I didn't know you could do a 4-4. The minute that food went out, I saw you running over there. Well, you still got it.
That was for 10 yards at 4-4.
Hey, big day coming up for Marquette tomorrow. Marquette High having a big celebration.
Right. At the Hale game, they're going to celebrate the 1988 state championship team. Number of guys coming in from out of town, and all these schools like to look back and see what they've accomplished over the years. And I think that camaraderie and the sense of brotherhood that gets formed within a team is very important.
Emron Aligi is the injured player. Not putting any weight on that left leg. We hope it's not a serious injury. We'll take one more look here. Not sure if we can see it. He went down. Yeah, happened in the back of the play there, behind the play. We certainly hope it's not a serious injury for Aligi. 6'1", 235-pound senior defensive end.
Looks like Seth Saylor has come in to replace him on that defensive line.
3rd and 5 from their own 34. Jarvis going to keep it. Jarvis not going to get the first down. Brock Lampy was there immediately, along with Jake Lampy.
Number 55, Lampy on the tackle.
It sets up a 4th and 1 here for Indian Trail, and they look like they're going to go for it here. They're going to try and hurry up the snap here. Jarvis under center, trying to move that pile forward, and he'll get the first down across the 40 on second effort that time.
Initially, they had that one stuffed up, but Jarvis was able to keep those feet churning and got the first down.
So another Gruber Law Office's first down for Indian Trail with 2.5 minutes to go in our first quarter. Still looking for our first points tonight. Bishop in motion. He'll take it on the jet sweep. Bishop around the right side across midfield. And Bishop chopped down at the 46-yard line of Bradford. 16-yard pickup and another first down. Cole Ramos got there along with Brock Lampy.
First time we've had 2 consecutive first downs this evening. Bradford's been doing an excellent job of bottling up Indian Trail.
We'll go 2 by 2 here in the receiving core. Grant the single back. It's going to be Bishop again coming up the middle. Bishop cut back inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. 18-yard pickup that time by Bishop. Brock Lampy there on the stop. So, nice job there.
Yeah, Bishop with good vision that time. Saw a little hole back to his right and cut back against the grain.
Look here.
You are not allowed to stand by the fence. You guys have to move away.
Did a great job. Once again, Brock Lampy there on the stop. 1st and 10 Indian Trail, their deepest penetration. Try and go over the right side, inside the 25, down to the 24-yard line. Jarvis, the quarterback that time, keeping it. Alejandro Contreras there to make the stop.
You know, Jarvis, a very good athlete, long jumper, triple jumper, and track. Number of multi-sport athletes and the variety of sports on this Indian Trail team is incredible. We'll talk about that a little later.
2nd down, 5 from the Bradford 22. High snap. Ball's out again. And this time it's going to be recovered by Indian Trail.
Recovered by Grant.
Jalen Grant coming out of that slot position on the end around. And just as he'd made his cut upfield, forgot the mail.
Yeah, ball loose. You can see the
Good
point
job
of that
by
ball,
Lampy.
Point of the ball, not under his armpit there. Didn't have that anchored away.
Tell you what, Lampy, for a sophomore, instinctively went right after that football. He saw it right there, punched it right out. Be a loss of 5, so it'll bring up 3rd and 10 here. Final 25 seconds here of this first quarter. 3 wide to the right for Jarvis. Comes back the right side, nearly picked, and it's incomplete. Intended for Jalen Grant. Not sure who got that. Might have been Demarion Williams, who was out there defensively for Bradford.
That would have been a pick 6.
Yes, that would have. Unfortunate part here, it brings up 4th and 10, stopping the clock with 16 seconds left, and this would force their kicker, Laurent, to kick into the wind if they decide to go with a field goal here. Yeah, if it would have been more of a running play or at least completed the pass, they could have ran out the clock. Now they've got to make a decision here, and they'll take a timeout. See what they'll do here, because with that wind, the way it's gusting out of the northeast, it's going to cause some problems for Laurent. We watched the kickers warm up, and they were struggling going into that wind.
Yeah, I think the very fact of what you said, John, about that wind affecting the punt has made Coach Hoffman reconsider what he might normally do.
Stay tuned. At the end of the game tonight, we will highlight our player of the game. That's brought to you by the United States Army, Army Strong. Hey, how you doing? So each team burning a timeout here in this first quarter. There you get a look at east-northeast wind tonight. It feels like October tonight.
Yeah, first time we've really had a cool evening.
So that will go into Paul Hoffman's decision here and what he wants to do. I would expect him to go for it here on 4th down.
Their relationship with their clients, like their work, lasts a lifetime. Marble and granite sources, Sheffield Motors,
and Alex Jarvis likes to run out of that quarterback position. They like to spread him out and then use him and run that seam over that right side here. It depends on where that linebacker is going to line up here. 4th and 10, Hawks will go for it. Jarvis wants to throw. He's going to air it out, going over the middle, and the pass is incomplete. Going for Jeremiah Suber. The split end was the intended target.
Just a little too much on that pass.
Good coverage out there as well by Sage Terrell, defensive back for the Red Devils. So with 11 seconds to go, Red Devils get it back on downs here from Indian Trail in a scoreless first quarter. Let's see what Fuller wants here. He's got 3 receivers to the near side tight. And they'll give it to the freshman. This is Hanford. Hanford across the 30 out to the 33-yard line. Gain of about 6, and that'll run out our clock here in this first quarter. Scoreless first quarter here tonight. Bradford and Indian Trail, 2 teams playing for something in week 8 of the high school football season, part of our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights, presented by U.S. Cellular. Scoreless first quarter in Kenosha tonight. Bradford at Indian Trail from Jaskowitz Stadium. John Weiser and Terry Kelly up in the booth with you tonight. Bradford going into the win now in this second quarter. And Hanford, the freshman, with the carry, gets a hard-earned 1 yard.
Indian Trail brought both linebackers that time, anticipating a run.
A.J. Alicio with the stop. Let's head down to Mike McGivern.
Hey, guys, on the Bradford sidelines, feeling pretty good about defensively where they stood that first quarter. Offensively, hoping the boys up front start getting after it a little bit. Think they can move the ball if they take care of their business.
And now penalty marker will blow this play dead. Might have been an illegal motion here on the part of Bradford Red Devil. May have gone forward.
Dead ball, false start. 32 offense, 5-yard penalty, still third down.
Jayshawn Lee, the wide receiver, guilty of that false start. So it'll be a 3rd and 9 now for the Red Devils. And again, going into the wind here in this second quarter.
Yeah, and this is still a young group amongst that skill set that they've got out there. 4 of those players are sophomores for Bradford.
3 receivers to the right. And we got movement in the backfield there. This will be a free play. So dump it off. Jalen Hanford. Hanford with some running room across the 40, 45 to midfield. This is Hanford. Brought down at the 31-yard line, but remember there is a flag on the play. I believe this one's going to come back for a motion.
Yeah, you can see why Scott Seeger, the offensive coordinator for Bradford's, not reluctant to use Jalen Hanford. He might be only a freshman, but
Number 27, offense, 5-yard penalty, repeat third down.
A little eager to get the ball that time.
Yeah, he came out of his stance about a half second before the snap. Jalen Hanford, guilty of the motion. Let's see it here. He's on your right. You'll see him rock out of that stance just before the snap. He knew he was going to get the ball on the screen pass that time. Pretty good job by Vinicio Vasquez, the junior left guard, getting downfield to set that block. Pretty much opened up that cutback lane for Hanford. So 3rd and 14. Bradford going backwards here by penalty here. Last 2 plays. Fuller going to launch it down the sideline, and it is knocked away, incomplete, intended for Damarian Williams. And now late flag after the play. Taunting call here, I believe. We'll take one more look. Bishop was on the coverage and stood over Damarian Williams after that play and may have been flagged for an unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, he gave a rather definitive incomplete sign, and official call a taunting penalty.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 1 of the defense, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot that results in a first down.
So an automatic first down by penalty here. Little lapse in judgment on the part of Bishop. Clayton Bishop, the sophomore corner over there. Watch as he, gave the old wave off over the top of Damarian Williams, and really uncalled for there. Hanford, line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Not much room there. Connor Fanrick there to make the stop, the junior.
Yeah, and Jevian St. Julian is the one that kind of blew up that play. We mentioned before how explosive the coaches think he is, and he demonstrated it that play.
2nd down and 10. Early second quarter, scoreless here in Kenosha. They'll fake the sweep. Fuller going to keep it over the right side. It gets to the 42-yard line. So a nice gain off of that. It was Connell was there. Dylan Connell, sophomore outside linebacker. He's another player, kind of a 2-sport athlete, only hockey his other sport. Trips here to the near side on 3rd and 4 for the Red Devils. Ball just shy of the 44-yard line. Fuller fakes the handoff, going back over the middle, completes the pass to Lee. Lee has the first down at the Indian Trail 45-yard line. Gain of 11 by Lee. Fonrick there again to make the stop for Indian Trail.
Yeah, Lee is kind of atypical amongst their wide receivers. He's 6'3", 220 pounds, imposing target.
Nice throw there. Jumped right in front of the linebackers. Picked up the first down. First downs this quarter brought to you by Bryant and Stratton College Athletics. And they'll swing it out, looking for Lee again. It's thrown low. It was a forward pass. It'll be incomplete. Again, trying Jay-Sean Lee again.
Unfortunately, I think, some of high school players spend a little too much time watching the pros on Sunday. And sometimes when they get carried away with demonstrating how well they've done, it sets a bad example.
Well, it's kept this drive alive. The unsportsmanlike conduct penalty here. Would have been a fourth down. They would have been forced to punt into the wind as Hardin fights his way forward. Hanford, I should say, fights his way forward. Maybe a yard, and that's it for Jalen Hanford. Javion St. Julian there to make the stop. Once again to the sideline, let's go to Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, coaching staff here at Indian Trail not happy with number one, with the penalty he had. And Terry, I agree with you. If you don't think what happens in the NFL doesn't trickle down to this level, it certainly does.
Fuller rolling out, threw that one beyond Jay-Sean Lee. Was actually thrown behind Lee. Lucky that was not picked off, as there were 3 Indian Trail defenders back there.
Yeah, so far Marquise Fuller has been doing, I think, a commendable job filling in at quarterback. That was a case where he didn't quite have the timing set on that pass.
There's Paul Hoffman, head coach, the stocking cap there for the Indian Trail Hawks, a Carthage man. Played for Tim Rucks.
Number of Carthage grads
Yes.
On the coaching staffs this evening.
I was impressed. Impressed with Sean Fuker, too. This punt going to go out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Let's see where the official, how far up the field he'll walk with this one, as that one went off the side of Plaza's foot.
Number 85, Eli Plaza.
And they're going to mark it out at the 36-yard line, so not much of a punt there. Our Salvation Army Doing the Most Good feature highlights Dustin Beth tonight of the Salvation Army. He would like to remind you all that you can help in doing the most good by donating. Take advantage of 2 opportunities, one more opportunity next week to drop off non-perishable food items in the Salvation Army barrel at our Thursday Night Lights game at Shorewood next week. Or you can text TNL to 41444 and it will take you to the online donation page. Salvation Army doing the most good. All season we have the opportunity to talk with sponsors, coaches, and other guests down on the sidelines. Our sideline reports brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Indian Trail now with the wind at their back here from their own 36-yard line. Jarvis running up the left side. We'll get to the 38 for a gain of 2.
47,
Brock Lampy there, the inside linebacker, able to make the stop along with Max Peel. Peel in there now. It's like up at the on the line now. Remember, they lost Aligi to a leg injury late in that first quarter.
At that time, as they ran that fake speed sweep, Ben Jansen, the left tackle, 6'9", 278, pulled to try to leave Jarvis through the hole.
Second and about 8. Again, 3 receivers near side. Single back is Grant. Grant's going to get the call. Tries to cut back over the middle. Across the 40 to the 43-yard line.
Talk about a host of Red Devils.
Not much running room there. Gain of about 4 maybe. Sets up a 3rd and 4 here for Indian Trail.
Yeah, Jalen Grant was the Indian Trail player that Troy Bowe feared the most. He thought he was so explosive, so quick. Didn't want to see him get to that edge.
We started at the 42-yard line.
Again, 3rd and 4 here for the Hawks. Jarvis looking left now, scrambles right, and he'll take it out to the 46-yard line. Very close to a first down here. Jake Lampy ran him down, and it looks like they're going to mark him just short. Nope, they're going to give him the first down. Very, very close. Surprised he didn't bring the sticks in.
Well, most people's vision is better than mine, so I'm not going to try to judge that. But I think
Troy wants a measurement. I don't blame him. I'd ask for one. I mean, if it's going to be a first down, it would be by the nose of the football. And Ron Kirk says we don't have to give you a measurement. It's a first down.
And we don't have a replay, so you can check the placement of the ball.
Right.
I'm sure Coach Bo would like to take that under consultation.
Under further review?
Yes.
Well, they'll roll the tight end, Ramos, over to the left side. Now he comes back to the right. We're going to slot out to the left side here. In motion is Lee. And Lee will keep it, coming around, flags down as he gets a gain of 2. May have cut up field early. Jake Lampy once again in on the stop. Let's see what we've got here. We got a penalty here on Indian Trail, it would appear.
Illegal shift, number 16 of the offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down. We also have a sideline warning against Bradford. Just a warning, no penalty yardage.
So a sideline warning thrown in on that.
First and 15, the ball will be spotted at the 41.
So first and 15 for Indian Trail. Hawks now.
Down by the cheerleaders, the south end of the stadium.
Penalties tonight have hurt Indian Trail. 15-yard extended that drive for Bradford. They were lucky that they were able to finally get the defense off the field.
Yeah, I mean, this has all the flavor of the backyard brawl rivalry game. Neither team is quite able to get untracked.
3 receivers to the right side here, the near side. And this is Grant. Grant with some running room. Grant trying to get to midfield, going to be stopped short there. We'll get some of that yardage back. Demarion Williams, the free safety there, initially, along with a host of other Red Devils, to halt Grant short of midfield.
Yeah, Grant is a speedster, but he's a little undersized at 145 pounds, so they need to be able to get him into space and let his speed and his agility take over.
Yeah, 5'7", 145. Alex Jarvis, 5'11", 160, running the football out of that quarterback spot too. So
second down, the ball will be spotted.
Second down, we'll call it 7 here. This time Jarvis will keep. Jarvis across midfield to the Red Devil 48. Gain of about 3 on the play. Contreras, the defensive tackle there to make the stop.
Yeah, with only 2 exceptions, they haven't made that speed sweep really go, so that really impacts how effective Jarvis can be keeping the ball after faking that. You have to be able to sell the defense on getting to the outside so you open up that middle.
Another critical third down here, 3rd and 4 from the Bradford 48-yard line. Swing it out, complete the pass. And they'll get the first down. Marion Lynch able to make the reception, and it was Rosales who brought him down, but that'll be enough for a Bryant and Stratton first down. Put it at the 42-yard line of the Red Devils.
Yeah, coming into tonight's game, Marion had 7 catches on the year.
Has a couple of touchdowns running the football this season. First and 10 Hawks. Jarvis trying to get it outside. Bangs it in across the 40 to the 35 where he has stood up there. Gain of 7 on the play by the quarterback Jarvis. Sage Terrell once again there for Bradford.
And here comes another one of those big third downs, especially with 3:40 or so left in the first half.
Coming up during the Big 920 halftime report, we'll have a chance to talk about some new shows coming this fall over on CW18. We'll also meet a few of our sponsors and take a look at the highlights from the first half. All of that coming up during the Big 920 halftime report. 2nd and 3 facing the Hawks here from the Bradford 35-yard line. Again, Jarvis just runs it right up the middle. Bang it down to about the 34-yard line. Going to be short of the first down. We'll set up a 3rd and short. Max Peel in on the stop. One of the linemen for Bradford. Josiah Jackson and Scooter Terrian will check back in now for Indian Trail. Might be a little power formation here in this 3rd and short. We'll see.
Got Terrian at 5'10", 205. It's like having an extra lineman in the game.
Yeah, will run it out of the eye. Grant will pound it. That's Josiah Jackson actually with the pound up the right side. Will get the first down. Once again, Marco Infacino and Jake Lampy both there defensively for Bradford, but enough for a Bryant and Stratton College Athletics first down. Taking this clock down as well, under 2.5 to play in this scoreless first half.
Now, if you could get a couple more dive plays to work and maybe set up a play-action pass, that could be something that would really serve Indian Trail well.
Again, they'll set up in the power eye here. Slot to the left.
Josiah Jackson.
Jackson again, but no gain. Met in the hole by Contreras, the defensive tackle.
Max Peel with the tackle.
Actually lost a yard, sets up 2nd and 11, under 2 minutes to go. Hawks with 2 timeouts remaining. So they'll take their power package out now and put a Marion Lynch back in there. We'll have Grant in the backfield, the single back with 3 receivers left here on 2nd and long. Go back over the middle, had the receiver there, and it goes incomplete. Looking for a Marion Lynch again. And the incomplete pass stops the clock with 1:27 to go and a 3rd and 11 for the Hawks.
Yeah, had they been able to connect on that, he had some running room.
3rd and 11. The
See
ball
what
will
the
be spotted at the 32-yard
Bradford
line.
shows defensively here. Looks like they'll go with 4 on the line here.
State qualifiers to the north end of the
Drops
bleachers.
7
State
back.
qualifiers to the north end of the bleachers. Meet at the track.
Jeremiah
Senior
Suber and Cam Lee,
parents, south end of the bleachers.
along with Lynch, split out to that left side. They'll swing it out of the backfield. Grant trying to fight his way forward, will get out of bounds near the 30-yard line, but there is a penalty marker on the field here. Marco Infacino able to escort him to the boundary.
Sure, Indian Trail would like to get in position to at least try a field goal. Both teams
Very
have
good
effective field goal kickers. Jake Laurent for Indian Trail is connected on 5 kicks so far this year. And Bradford, Osmani has also had 6 field goals. So both of them have been able to employ that field goal.
Ron Kirk with the call.
Holding 77 of the offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Repeat 3rd down.
It's on the big boy, Ben Jansen, the 6'9" left tackle. Guilty of the hold.
Yeah, I'm sure he was trying not to let the defensive end get himself outside there to cover that.
Jarvis will run the play into the huddle here. And they'd like to, if they can, get those 10 yards back, if not a little bit more, give Laurent a chance here inside of 50. Again, he'll have the wind at his back if they decide to go for that field goal. 3rd and 21. Jarvis. Little hitch and go, and he's going to go down. Sacked by Lampy. Jake Lampy, the senior defensive end, picks up the sack, number 9 on the season for Lampy.
When you talk about blowing up a play, that's what Jake Lampy did that time.
He just kept coming and drove his man straight back into the quarterback. Not much to do there. Grant left to protect in the backfield, and kind of hard when you're 5'7", 145, trying to block 6 foot 210.
You'd call that a mismatch.
Laurent will punt this one away, end over end. Infacino will take it on one bounce at the 15. And he'll get to the 20, and that's about it. As he wrestled down Leo Kaiser there. We'll take our commercial break here of the second quarter. A scoreless game here in Kenosha. Our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights presented by U.S. Cellular. Tackle pink game tonight in Kenosha, and we're scoreless here. 29 seconds to go in our second quarter. When a star high school football player from South Central is recruited to play for Beverly Hills High School, two separate worlds collide. It's All-American. That starts this Wednesday on Milwaukee's CW 18. Now we'll see what Martise Fuller and his offense will do. They're just going to take the knee here, and we're going to head into the locker room here, scoreless first half.
I think Bradford's content with where this game is right now. I'm sure both coaches are going to go in and say, okay, what do we do to get our offenses untracked?
Absolutely, and the penalties tonight have mounted against Indian Trail. That holding call took them out of what was a promising drive, may have cost them at least a field goal attempt here late.
Yeah, an inopportune time and, a couple of motion penalties awful upset things for Bradford.
So we're scoreless in Kenosha. Again, it's tackle pink tonight here in Kenosha. No score between Bradford and Indian Trail. Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights presented by U.S. Cellular. Welcome back to the Big 920 halftime report here on the Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights presented by U.S. Cellular. John Weiser, Terry Kelly with you tonight. A scoreless first half between Bradford and Kenosha Indian Trail. Well, tonight we'd like to highlight some special student athletes. We're proud to present this week's Scholar Athlete of the Week nominees. And this week's nominee from Kenosha Bradford is Jake Lampy. Jake has competed in football, track, and baseball, along with carrying a 3.75 GPA. He's a member of the National Honor Society and is taking 3 AP courses. He was selected second team All-Conference. He is team captain and received the Football Service Leadership Award. He volunteers at the Shalom Center, the Mount Carmel Summer Festival, and St. Mark's, and the Boys and Girls Clubs. He plans on majoring in engineering and architecture. And this week's nominee from Indian Trail is Casey Kalber. Casey competes in soccer and lacrosse and carries a 3.92 GPA. He is the secretary of the National Honor Society and received the WIAA Scholar Athlete Award. He is a 2-time soccer captain as well as second-team All-Conference soccer selection. He was an honorable mention All-Conference in lacrosse. Casey gives back by volunteering with his church youth group and is a summer art camp counselor and middle school tutor. So congratulations to this week's Thursday Night Lights Scholar Athlete nominees. We are scoreless here in Kenosha. Kenosha Bradford taking on Kenosha Indian Trail. Right now we're going to go to our Bryant and Stratton College interview, and here's John Pearson.
Grace Corcoran qualified on the floor, and Maggie Roche
about this job is dealing with great sponsors and learning about what they offer. And Bryant Stratton College is back for the second year, and Chris Val, the director of high school admissions, joins us now. Chris, let's talk a little about the opportunities that come with Bryant Stratton that maybe other schools can't offer. Bryant Stratton's unique in this market.
Yes, absolutely. So we have an extraordinary scholarship program, I would say, strictly based on either your ACT or your GPA. Quite a lot of dollars involved, academic money that we can offer students. So we are trying to draw more of a traditional student aspect with that. Lots of funding options. I will also say the one-on-one attention, small classroom sizes, a priority for a lot of our students.
And looking back here, there's some softball players that wouldn't have had an opportunity to play in college and get their education here. Is that the biggest message you're trying to send, that there are things you don't know and maybe don't understand that Bryant Stratton can offer?
Yes, definitely. So in addition to having athletics, we're not just going to have a student go to some, general education program. We do have very high-end programs, our nursing program, our occupational therapy assistant program, physical therapy assistant program, and actually some of our athletes here are in those programs. So it's exciting to see that. Yeah, we aren't just having you either play athletics or come to get general education courses. We're going to actually put you in a major where you can get a degree.
And then the hands-on aspect of things, when it's there are big schools, and I went to a smaller school, and because I didn't want to be a number, that's something we've actually talked about.
Yeah, definitely. So largest classroom for us, about 20, 24 students. very attractive to a lot of our student athletes and our non-athletic students who come here. But you're really going to get one-on-one attention from instructors who are in their field. They're going to work with you to get those skills to get you placed from an employment standpoint afterwards as well.
All right, Bryant Stratton College is all about value, and so are we here at Thursday Night Lights with Chris Vowell. You don't even need to buy a vowel.
Thank you, John. Scoreless first half here in Kenosha between Bradford and Indian Trail. And the magic of television, I can send it down to John Pearson live on the sideline.
Do you see how quickly I changed my clothes? I'm just amazing.
That's Star Trek transporter.
Absolutely. But, we are so proud to have the Salvation Army back out here, and they are, of course, doing the most good. And Dustin Beth from the Kenosha portion of Salvation Army. But you're all one Army, you told me.
Absolutely, John. We're one Army that serves so many communities across the country and right here in Wisconsin as well.
All right, a little bit of a nip in the air now. This is the time of year when we really start thinking about what you guys have going. Obviously, we should think about you all the time, but as we head towards the end of the year and beyond, what's the Salvation Army working on?
Well, the Salvation Army plays an intricate role in the community, and especially as temperatures get more cold, they're cold, they're hungry, and as the Christmas season comes around, there will be families in need. So we serve as that resource people look to, and there's so many ways that you can get involved with the Salvation Army during the holiday season. And 3 very quick ways. Of course, you can host a toy drive, a coat drive, a food drive. There's so many high school teams that do that for us. It's amazing. If you go to www.redshieldkenosha.org, all of the resources for how you can connect with the Salvation Army during the holiday season are on that website. And finally, of course, you see those iconic bell ringers. You can especially help the Kenosha Salvation Army by going to KenoshaBells.com for an easy, quick way to online register to help us out this holiday season.
All right, thank you for all you guys do. Dustin, Beth joining you, and Beth, I hear you calling. I'll let you KISS fans translate that for the children in the audience, guys.
John, I love it. Halftime here at Kenosha Indian Trail, Jaskowitz Stadium. Indian Trail and Bradford scoreless after one half of play. More halftime coming your way right after this. Welcome back to the Big 920 halftime report here on Heiser Automotive Group's Thursday Night Lights, presented by U.S. Cellular. A scoreless half of football between the Hawks and the Red Devils. Let's head down to our sideline reporter, Mike McGivern.
So, guys, I'm normally here with Carol Kane, and trust me, I'm not nearly as interesting without her next to me. But we're going to talk a little bit about Supergirl and Charmed, 7 o'clock. And 8 o'clock, Charmed, 8 o'clock, the new series starting October 14th. Really fun show. Carol keeps telling me I have to watch. I'm not sure it's for me, but let's watch a clip.
So, Macy, your power is?
I can move stuff with my mind.
Demonstration, please. Impressive. Maggie, what is your power?
I can read minds.
Very well. What number am I thinking of?
8.93 to the power of 6 million.
Lucky guess. Mel.
I can freeze and unfreeze time.
Does that come in handy?
When I want to put funny hats on people, yeah.
I see him. Cara.
Well, I can fly.
Of course.
I run really fast.
Naturally.
Also, I'm crazy strong.
Oh, sure.
I can see through stuff.
Got it.
Basically, nothing can hurt me.
Okay, now you're just showing off.
My eyes shoot laser beams.
Oh, come on.
I can hear stuff from like miles away.
Okay, we get it.
Oh, and I can freeze things just by blowing on them. I can break through
We
walls.
might be here for a while.
I have
Sundays are for the CW.
Bulletproof.
All new, Sundays starting October 14th on CW18.
Buildings in a single bound.
So, guys, that's Sunday night starting October 14th. Supergirl at 7, Charmed at 8 o'clock. That's a new series. And we have our premiere party. It's 42 Ale House in St. Francis. Doors open at 6:30. And that is on, what's the date on that? Come on. What's the date on that premiere party?
That's October 14th. Doors open at 6:30. The show starts at 7. Supergirl.
Sitting in for Carol Kane right there, boys. Back to you.
All right, Mike, way to be. All right, well, it's time now to get to our games to watch, brought to you by the Big 920 and big one in the Metro Classic tomorrow night.
Right, two teams at the top of the heap right now, Luther and St. Catherine's, battling it out.
North Shore Conference, Hartford going up against Homestead. Homestead unbeaten. This will be a test.
Hartford's homecoming. They need to get back into the race.
Here in the Southeast Conference, battle for first place. One-loss Horlick taking on undefeated Franklin.
Now, people want to know if there's anyone in the Southeast that can stop that Franklin Express from moving on down the track.
Might be the Horlick Rebels. And on the Big 920 this week, our high school game of the week features Muskego at Waukesha West. That is on 9:20 a.m. Or use the iHeartRadio app, keyword the Big 920. We are scoreless here at half. We'll take a break on My 24. And welcome back to the Big 920 Halftime Report here on Heiser Automotive Group's Thursday Night Lights, presented by U.S. Cellular. A defensive struggle tonight, a scoreless first half between Kenosha Indian Trail and Kenosha Bradford. Let's head down to the sideline and John Pearson.
Well, the crowd did go crazy for a second. We thought it was for Tyler Tiemann from the Army, but it turns out they gave the Brewers score 1-3 tonight. But Tyler, let me talk to you about being involved with Thursday Night Lights, but also getting involved with the student athletes and the students here. You actually, one of your guys that you've already gotten to enlist is on the Indian Trail team. But talk about that a little bit.
Right. So we got Noah Dial, number 40, out here. He's actually already enlisted into the Army. He'll be shipping out as soon as the senior year is over. He's going to be a tanker. So he's real excited about it. I'm real excited for him.
What is your messaging? I mean, obviously you just got to be yourself because they don't want you to do a sales pitch. They want to know what it's like, what you do, and what it's like to be a part of the Army.
Right, and everybody joins for their own reasons. I joined because I've always grew up patriotic. My grandfathers both served. So I've always wanted to be in the Army myself. I wanted to jump out of planes, kicking doors, blow stuff up, have a lot of fun. Some people join for the college benefits. Some people join to become a nurse in the Army. I mean, there's a ton of different reasons, but we have a spot for everybody.
And where can they find out more?
Contact your local Army recruiter.
Absolutely. That was easy right there, and just a great night. And, he puts a pretty good face on the Army, guys.
John, thank you very much. Sergeant Tyler, thank you. It leads into our United States Army highlight package here tonight from our first half. And as we said, defense rules the night.
Right. We haven't seen much offense, and you can see them tie up Mr. Fuller right there.
Indian Trail not much either, as turnovers tonight have hurt them, as well as penalties. This was the fumble that was recovered by Bradford that stalled a promising drive for Indian Trail early in the first quarter. Bradford having trouble running the football as well. Demarion Williams with no place to run. And then just when Indian Trail thought they had a stop here on the incomplete pass, watch at the end of this play. Bishop with the incomplete, taunting the player. Got flagged. That extended the drive for Bradford, unable to score. And then the sack by Jake Lampy at the end of the second quarter pretty much sealed the deal here in our scoreless first half between Bradford and Kenosha Indian Trail. Stay tuned. Second half coming your way in just a couple of minutes right here on My 24. Second half set to begin here at Jaskowitz Stadium in Kenosha. Our tackle pink game this year between Bradford and Indian Trail. A scoreless first half. So far, Bradford has been able to slow down Indian Trail's running game. They haven't allowed the big plays, but for Bradford, they've got to get going offensively.
Right, but they've got to be happy with where they are going into the half, tied, even though it's scoreless. Gives them hope.
And they will get the ball to start this second half. They will go into the wind as Jake Laurent, the senior, will kick it off here for Indian Trail. Sage Terrell is the deep man, standing near his own goal line.
Tackle pink, Raffle.
Laurent's run up. And he will kick this one all the way through the south end zone here at Jaskowitz Stadium. First and 10. at the 20-yard line for Bradford.
Yeah, we've mentioned both of these kickers have strong legs, and when you have the wind at your back, I'm sure each coach says, we got to get close enough so we can at least try a field goal.
Again, a reminder, we're streaming live online tonight. Log on to my24milwaukee.com and click on the Thursday Night Lights link. You can also find complete game videos and photos from this season's games. Also, don't forget tonight's game rebroadcast Sunday night at 7 right here on My24. From their own 20, 1st and 10, Fuller going to keep it and nowhere to go. He'll lose 5 back to the 15-yard line. Look like Fonrick again. Connor Fonrick, we've called his name the inside linebacker tonight. He's had a pretty good ball game defensively for the Hawks.
And currently we don't see Jalen Hanford in there at the running back position. It's Ruben Cavazos. Don't know if there's something wrong with Jalen.
2nd and 14. Fuller wants to throw on the run and delivers a dart out to that far sideline. Demarion Williams. It goes incomplete. The catch was made out of bounds. Clayton Bishop was out there defensively for the Indian Trail Hawks.
Yeah, we've seen Fuller throw some nice balls this evening, for a wide receiver turned quarterback. He's done a fine job.
Yeah, week 2, he caught a beautiful 52-yard touchdown pass against Badger.
Yeah, he's got 14 receptions on the year.
So now 3rd and long facing the Red Devils from their own 14-yard line. Fuller again going back, and there was miscommunication there as 2 receivers cut to the inside. Demarion Williams nearest to that ball, along with Jashawn Lee. So 3 and out to start this 3rd quarter by the Red Devils offense. And so it'll be Indian Trail conceivably coming away with good field position here as Clayton Bishop stands at midfield to await the Plaza kick.
The wind not quite as strong as it was the first half, but still a factor.
Actually walking Bishop up to the 40-yard line here at Bradford, expecting a short punt. Plaza gets a good snap, end over end, fair catch signaled for, and lets it go. Bad decision there as it will bounce and roll back to the Indian Trail 45-yard line. So
15-yard difference, that idea, don't turn a short punt into a long punt.
They let it hit the turf. Hawks ball at their own 45, just underway 3rd quarter. And these 2 teams, we had them 2 years ago at the dedication game for the new Bradford Stadium, and what a ball game that was, 41-38 in favor of Indian Trail.
Yeah, back and forth, some great touchdown throws. Missed kick at the end decided that game.
1st and 10 Hawks from their own 45-yard line. Jarvis will keep it up the middle across midfield to the Bradford 49-yard line. Well, listen to the Wendy's Varsity Blitz Show presented by your local Pick and Save stores this Saturday morning at 10. Mike McGivern and Ryan McMillan will be talking with Dave Keel, head coach at Homestead, and a few of his seniors in the studio. It'll be Saturday from 10 to noon on Sports Radio 105.7 FM, The Fan. Gain of 6, 2nd down 4 for the Hawks at the Red Devil 49. They'll do the same here. They'll flank the quarterback Jarvis either side, and they will hand it off to Grant. Grant going to be short of the 1st down. Gain of 3. Rosales was there. Nico Rosales, the outside linebacker for Bradford.
Yeah, that front 4 for Bradford, Lampe, Coachman, Seth Saylor in there now, and Contreras has done a very fine job of kind of bottling up, constricting that offensive line for Indian Trail.
Facing a 3rd and a long 2. The nose of the football just short of the Bradford 47-yard line. Again, same look here. 2 backs and Jarvis the quarterback. And Jarvis will keep it, 1st down and more. As he gets it down to the 42-yard line, and a 5-yard keep by Jarvis. Brock Lampe, the sophomore inside linebacker, making the tackle.
They've tried, that's kind of been the center of their offense all evening, is trying to have Jarvis break loose on that quarterback keeper.
That's our first down of the quarter, brought to you by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. 1st and 10, Indian Trail from the Bradford 42. Grant circles left, cuts it back up the middle, and he is gone. 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Indian Trail. Jalen Grant, 42-yard run. There's that home run play, waiting for that to happen tonight.
And there's that 100-meter dash speed, too.
Beautiful job. He took it down the left hash, then cut toward the middle of the field. And once he got in that second and third level, turned on the afterburners, and Grant in for the score, his 9th rushing touchdown of the season.
Speed kills.
Yo. Laurent for the extra point. Gets this one up and good. 7-0 Indian Trail, 3 minutes into our third quarter. A fired up Coach Paul Hoffman on that sideline as the offense lights it up. 42-yard play. Jalen Grant on the run that time. Again, just about every game, you look at the box score and the stats from this Indian Trail team, they have at least 1 or 2 big plays of 20 or more yards, and there was one of them right there.
And that's what Coach Bo said they had to avoid. Bradford couldn't allow, that game-breaking type run.
We have a downtown Kenosha number.
Stay tuned at the end of the game tonight. We will highlight our player of the game. That's brought to you by the United States Army, Army Strong.
Downtown Kenosha raffle.
So Indian Trail gets on the board first here with a 42-yard touchdown run by Jalen Grant. Bradford trailing for the first time tonight. Sage Terrell will be the deep man, standing near the goal line.
Well, I'm sure defensive coordinator Jim Kenesey would like to see same result, kick it into the end zone, pin them back, get the ball back, still having the wind at your back on offense.
55-yard drive, 42 of them on the run by Grant. This will be a drift into the end zone and through the end zone. Another touchback out to the 20-yard line for the Red Devils. And we mentioned Bradford will finish up. They need to win these 2 games in order to become playoff eligible. They will take on Racine Case at home next week. Kenosha Indian Trail, they've got a tough one next week to close out the regular season at Racine Horlick.
Horlick graduated a number of fine players, but they still have a nucleus that returns.
Fuller will keep it, and he's going to be wrapped up behind the line again. Fonrick, again, the inside linebacker. He's played a stellar game defensively for this Hawk team, picking up the tackle. That's 5 tackles tonight for Fonrick. The loss of 2, 2nd and 12 from the 18.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's no standing in the middle by the fence. You guys have to move. You guys have to move.
And they'll fake the handoff. Fuller going to launch it right side, completes it to that far side. Eli Plaza able to make the catch out near the 30-yard line. Looks like he may have enough for a first down. 12-yard pickup. Kaiser on the stop.
That's a 9-yard gain. Actually, that's a 10-yard
well thrown ball once again from Fuller. Again, while moving to his right, able to get something on it. That's a Gruber Law Office's first down for the Bradford Red Devils. From their own 30, Trail showing blitz. Fuller on the read option that time, saw the blitz coming, pulled it back out of the tailback and tried to circle around to his right, but no gain.
Yeah, the whole idea is you ran that blitz is to have your defensive linemen go to the outside. Those 2 linebackers came through those inside gaps.
Baruman there on the stop, the defensive tackle. Losing one sets up 2nd and 11. Under 8 minutes to go here in the third. Bradford trailing 7-0. Again, play fake. Fuller going over the middle and was nearly picked off. Dangerous pass there. Fonrick broke that one up. Nearly had the pick. One more look. Again, thrown that into traffic, looking for Demarion Williams. You can see a little bit of happy feet there on the part of the sophomore quarterback.
Right.
Didn't get that front foot planted. Got to get those feet settled before you throw. 3rd down and 11 now. 2 by 2. Plaza in motion here on the near side. Swing it out here to the near side, and that's an incomplete pass. Again, looking for Jashawn Lee. And so to go incomplete, 4th and long. Once again to the sideline we go, and Mike McGivern.
As I said early on, I liked watching Coach Hoffman talk to these and coach up these offensive linemen. So they're showing a couple of plays on the sideline. Guys, this offensive line is fully engaged with everything he's talking about, and they're asking great questions. And I'm pretty impressed with the way they interact with Coach Hoffman. It's fun down here, boys.
It was fun at practice the other day, the way Hoffman was talking with the players and the give and take with each of the players and the given situations they were working on, as Plaza gets a nice roll on this one out of bounds at the Indian Trail 35-yard line. 41-yard punt with a roll there into the wind. So Indian Trail will take over their own 36-yard line here with 7:27 to go here in this third quarter. The Hawks up by a score of 7-0.
Plenty of time to take advantage of that wind at your back yet in this quarter. So they've got to make sure that they take advantage of that.
And once again, we'll hit to Mike McGivern.
Hey, guys, the other thing I didn't tell you is he tried to kick me out of the huddle, Coach Hoffman. He said, hey, you can't be in here. Get out. I said, no, I'm staying, boys. So I'm trying to get you good info, and he's trying to kick me out. You know how that goes.
I know, Mike. Keep it up, though. Force your way in there as Jarvis breaking a tackle across the 40 to the 41-yard line. 5-yard run by quarterback Alex Jarvis.
Not hesitant at all to run. He's 5'11", 160. You look at him and you say, geez, he's not 6'2", 195 pounds, but he's got a tremendous confidence in what he can do.
Downtown Kenosha, that number would be 21.
Again, last year rushed for over 680 yards, had 8 touchdowns on the ground. Threw 4 touchdown passes a year ago.
Bird Fitness 212-211-82.
2nd down, 6. Ball just across the Hawk 40-yard line.
We also have an IT swag package. 2nd and 6 for the Hawks.
And whistle before the snap and delay a game. 2nd time tonight that the Indian Trail offense was slow getting the play off.
IT swag package.
Dead ball, delay a game against the offense. 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
That penalty is against the Hawks.
Brings up 2nd and 11 on the delay.
I'm not sure if that's a case where Coach Hoffman has told him run the same play. Usually Jarvis heads over towards the sideline to take that call.
2nd down, 11 from the 35. Going to swing it out near side. Catch is made by Cam Lee out across the 35 out to the 37-yard line. 2-yard pickup that time by Lee. Brock Lampy, who's had a good game defensively for Bradford, along with Terrell, the strong safety, in on the stop.
Yeah, both Lampy brothers have done very well tonight for Bradford.
3rd and 8 from the Hawks. Ball will be spotted at the 38-yard line.
Jake, our Scholar Athlete nominee from Bradford this week as well. So getting it done on the field and in the classroom. 3rd and 8. Under 6 minutes to go here in the third. And this is Grant running around the right side, out across the 40, short of the first down at the 44-yard line. Gives them a manageable 4th down here. 4th and 2 here coming up. Looked like it was Rosales who ran him down.
Interesting call here for Coach Hoffman. I think he's decided to play the percentages and punt that ball. See if they can bottle up Bradford once again.
Alan Laurent. Going to come in and punt this one away. It's Infacino who's back there on the punt return here. Gets this one away, and an end-over-end punt that kicked it away and goes out of bounds at the 31-yard line. It's the 23-yard punt, but flips the field here a bit for Indian Trail as we take our break. The Hawks getting a 42-yard touchdown run by Jalen Grant, lead it 7-0 on our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights, presented by U.S. Cellular. Seven 0 Hawks on top of Kenosha Bradford here at Jaskowitz Stadium in Kenosha. For all the info on the green and gold, including special guests, players, and more, watch Locker Room Tuesday nights at 9 on My Place for Sports, My 24. From the 31-yard line, 1st and 10, Bradford. Fuller going to try and swing it out and throws it short and incomplete. Looking for Jayshawn Lee.
Number 34, Dylan Connell.
Brings up a 2nd down and 10.
So now we have the burn fitness, which is 21182.
Ruben Cavazos is in there now as a running back, replacing Jalen Hanford, who is out with an apparent injury. He's on the bench on the far side with a towel over his head. So swing it out to Lee once again. Be a short gain, maybe back to the original line of scrimmage and a little bit more. So sets up 3rd and long once again for the Bradford offense, and Scott Steger, the offensive coordinator, looking to dial something up here.
And Lee is a difficult receiver to bring down. His size, we mentioned in the first half, 6'3", 220.
Now they'll go 2 by 2 here with a single back and Cavazos. They'll fake to Cavazos, throw it out. It's picked off. Intercepted at far sideline. And it was Fonrick again. Connor Fonrick, the junior. Big game tonight. Comes away with the takeaway on the interception.
We mentioned that, he was honorable mention all conference last year as a sophomore. You say, well, how does that happen? Well, he was in 92 tackles last year. We've seen tonight, probably 6 or 7 tackles on the night, interception, and actually he missed one a little earlier.
Well, he was patient. He sat back there and stepped at front. It was underthrown, intended for Kayshawn Lee, and Connor Fonrick with his first pick of the season. An Indian Trail now at the Bradford 39-yard line with just over 4 minutes to go here in the third. Chance to get some space here. Grant the single back. And they fake it, or they were trying to run the jet sweep, and Bradford falls on the loose ball. Botched exchange that time between Jarvis and Suber, and it was Contreras who was able to come up with a loose ball. Second fumble recovery tonight by the Bradford defense. Interception once again. But Bradford gets it back here on the takeaway on the fumble. So Bradford takes over at their own 44-yard line. Cavazos rolls over to the right. Fuller, the quarterback, going to keep it. Cuts up field across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Artis Fuller once again. St. Julian was on the stop along with with Tolfree as we head downstairs to Mr. John Pearson.
All right, guys, it's been a huge night here. The Tackle Pink for the Circle of Hope. They raised $6,000 pending the Bradford pizza sale tomorrow. These guys are going absolutely crazy for $6,000. And
The thing is, I've had to make sure they know they don't get to keep the money, but they've helped raise a lot of money for a lot of people that can use the help. An amazing atmosphere here at Indian Trail, guys.
John, thank you very much, and we thank Kenosha Indian Trail High School. This is their annual tackle pink game between Bradford each and every year, and $6,000. Boy, that's a lot of hard work there by the Indian Trail students and staff, going to a good cause, cancer research. Well, 3rd and long now for Bradford near midfield. Their own 47-yard line. Fuller trying to hitch and go. Under pressure again, and it's picked off once again. Indian Trail with the interception. Anders Johnson with the pick this time for the Hawks. 6'1", 197, the senior, his first pick of the season. We take another look.
You can see him throwing off that back foot again, not being able to step into it.
He was under pressure as well. That might have been Fonrick on a blitz too. But Anders Johnson, second interception tonight for the Hawk defense. Jim Kenosha got to be pleased with the way his defense has performed tonight, the defensive coordinator for Indian Trail. Again, set up here at the Bradford 40-yard line. Pretty much where they left off on that fumble.
Yeah, that last fumble, it was a little too nonchalant in the backfield as they try to make that handoff.
And Grant in the backfield. They'll try this once again, it looks like, and they'll run that jet sweep. Bishop coming back across. He'll be tripped up. May have gotten a yard, if that. Marco Infacino, nice game tonight by him. That's his 5th tackle tonight for Bradford.
And Bradford's been able to string that out and keep it going sideways. As long as you keep the ball going sideways, you're doing a job defensively.
To the sideline we go once again, Mike McGivern.
So guys, the linebacker coach here at Indian Trail, really proud. These linebackers, 2 picks for them. And I'll tell you what, these guys like playing for this linebacker coach. I'm telling you, boys.
That would be Sean Fuker, who is the linebacker coach here at Indian Trail.
Where did he go to college?
Carthage College. And he was a unanimous Defensive Player of the Year for Carthage, a year where they went 1-8. Unanimous Defensive Player of the Year. That's hard to pull off.
Right. Well, I think that's a testimony to, his skill.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Another penalty here against Indian Trail that takes away a pretty good gain, an illegal motion call. Yeah, Fuchs is a character, let me tell you. We don't have time for all the stories, and that's just Fuchs. I got stories I could tell about the athletic director here at Indian Trail as well, Eric Corbett. We'll just start with the Milliken Miracle.
Have to have that movie come out, the Carthage story.
Well, 2nd and 14. Empty backfield, they'll throw, and it's thrown low. Was it complete? Still officials looking at each other. They'll call it a completed catch at the 41-yard line. Gain of 3. Again, special thanks to Dan for providing wonderful food each week for our Thursday Night Lights staff and crew. You can check them out at dandanmke.com for their complete menu and delivery options. Great food tonight delivered to Kenosha.
Very, very good. Both teams have really had a problem getting their offense untracked and have any consistency. We're not seeing drives.
Trips here to the near side on 3rd and 11. Jarvis under pressure from behind, swings it back near side. Bishop with the catch, but no gain. May have lost yardage back to the 46-yard line. Sage Terrell had that one smelled out nicely. So they'll lose yardage back to the 46-yard line, a loss of 5, and Laurent on to punt. And I think Indian Trail would like to get this one off here before time expires with the wind at his back. Try and pin Bradford back here.
Indian Trail keeps allowing Bradford to remain in the game, and that can sometimes come back and bite you.
Bad snap, gets it away. This one will sail inside the 15-yard line and out of bounds there. See where they mark it, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. with 15 seconds to go here in the quarter.
We have one last raffle over. If you come with your ticket, please come with your ticket. The winning ticket is 211-882.
The Indian Trail defense getting 2 takeaways tonight, but the offense unable to cash them in. Each team with 2 turnovers tonight. Now let's see what Fuller, offensive coordinator Scott Stager, another Carthage alum. Let's see what he could do here for Fuller. And he will hand it off. Cavazos will run it up the middle, coughs up the football. They dive for it at the 33-yard line. No official signal yet. Looks like Bradford's going to keep it at the 32-yard line. That'll be a 17-yard pickup and a first down on that fumble. Cavazos, that's his first carry tonight. Again, Hanford, who had started, the freshman, on the bench with some sort of an injury here, not playing this second half as our third quarter comes to an end here at Jaskowitz Stadium in Kenosha. 7-0 Indian Trail. Back with the fourth quarter on our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights on My 24. Bradford with the ball to begin this fourth quarter. John Weiser and Terry Kelly with you up in the booth. Our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights on My 24. 7-0 Indian Trail. And they'll run it off on the sweep. Williams around the left side will get out to the 48-yard line. Another 15-yard pickup. And a Bryant and Stratton College Athletics first down. Connor Fonrick again in on the tackle. 7 tackles tonight to go with his interception.
Remember what we said a little earlier about allowing Bradford to stay in the game.
We have an injury timeout.
And it looks like Demarion Williams hurt on that play. Well, they are running out of players on that Bradford sideline. They were already short Will Darden, injured in the first game against Wilmot. Hasn't returned. Joey Bobeck got hurt last week. Tavy Crump, who came in for him last week, 123 yards. He got hurt toward the end of the ball game last week. They're without ankle. Jake Dietz and Nate Bowens, and they've lost Hanford tonight. He was on the bench hurt, and now Demarion Williams.
And Coach Bo said when they got to their first game this year, 3 of the 22 starters in that game had experience. So they are young beyond belief.
So they'll put Jayshawn Lee here in a double slot along with Plaza. Fuller on a 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. We'll hand it off. It's a new running back here for the Red Devils.
Number 5,
Aiden Gonzalez, 5'7", another sophomore carrying the ball that time. Fonrick brings him down.
And that time, trying to shake things up, Indian Trail brought a safety on a blitz, trying to put some pressure on Bradford.
Please report to the table.
They'll get the call once again. Aiden Gonzalez, no gain on the play. Again brought down by Felipe Baruman.
No gain on the play. Brings up a 3rd and long for the Red Devils.
So 3rd and 10 here for Bradford. Ani Bonilla now is a wide receiver here to the near side. They'll roll Plaza into the slot near side. They'll go 4 receivers, slot to each side. To swing it out to Jayshawn Lee, makes the catch down the far sideline. Lee still on his feet, out of bounds at the Indian Trail 40-yard line. 14-yard pickup and a Bryant and Stratton College Athletics first down for Jayshawn Lee. Nice little play there, getting him out of the backfield.
defender got caught trying to decide if he was going to go for the interception or whether he was just going to try to get in position to make that tackle, and allowed Jay-Sean Lee to get up the field.
Spotted at the 41, 1st and 10, Bradford. Gonzalez, Aiden Gonzalez breaking it outside down to the 37-yard line. Gain of about 4 for the sophomore. Brought down by Dalton Kalo.
He's provided them with a little spark here in this drive.
Second down, 6. They'll try and swing it out to Lee. Tried to make a juggling catch, came down with it. Good job there by Lee. Just to make that catch, let alone in traffic.
Number 34, also number 55.
Sets up a 3rd and 7 here for Bradford.
I think Bradford's in what we would say is 4-down territory here. I think they don't want to let this offensive series go away.
Again, they'll go 4 receivers. Single back is Gonzalez. They fake to Gonzalez, swing it out again to Rayshawn Lee. Lee will get it to the 35-yard line. Gain of about 3. It'll bring up 4th down here for Bradford.
Here comes a real key moment in tonight's game for both squads.
4th down. Troy Bow's going to roll the dice here. Going to go for it here, trailing by 7. Aiden Gonzalez is the single back. Plaza in a slot here to the right. Rayshawn Lee a slot to the left. Blitz coming, they pick it up, and Fuller just going to loft it downfield, and Damarian Williams was the intended receiver, felt he was held up, and there was a flag on that far sideline. Ron Kirk is our referee tonight, sorting this one out.
Before the pass was thrown, holding defense number 1. 10 yards from the previous spot. It results in a 1st down.
Clayton Bishop with a penalty on 4th down. That's his 2nd penalty tonight. That's extended a drive for Bradford. So new life here. Bradford with a fresh set of downs to the Indian Trail 25. Aiden Gonzalez with the carry, not much there. Good surge that time up front by the Indian Trail defense. Again, Jim Kenosha is their defensive coordinator. He was a coach for the last several years for Kenosha St. Joe's. He's come over as the defensive coordinator for Paul Hoffman. Be a loss of 1, 2nd down 11 here with 8.5 minutes to go. Bradford trailing by 7. 2nd and 11 from the 26. Fuller looking to throw, and it's incomplete. Good coverage out there. Intended for Demario Williams. Bishop that time had the inside position on Williams.
Good pressure that time by Felipe Baruman. Once again forced Fuller to rush that throw.
3rd and 11 for the Red Devils at the Hawk 26-yard line. Rayshawn Lee going to line up here on the near side. Looks like they're going to put 3 receivers over here. Damarian Williams, Lee, and Plaza here to the near side.
Be interesting to see if they do something like a bubble screen to that right side.
From the pistol is Fuller. They'll run out of this with Aiden Gonzalez, and nothing there. Ran right into the teeth of the Indian Trail defense. I think that was Baruman, Felipe Baruman, and Fonrick again in on the stop, and once again Bradford facing a critical 4th down. Confusion getting personnel on the field here. Let's see what they're going to do here. They're going to bring the field goal unit on here. Aryan Osmani will come on to attempt what will be a 42-yard field goal, middle of the field with the wind at his back.
6 field goals on the year.
And a timeout taken here by Indian Trail. And try and ice him down just a little bit. Nope, delay a game here on Bradford. My goodness, that can't happen. Well, they're going to keep Osmani on. Now they're going to bring him off. They're going to have to punt this one away. Or is the offense going to take the field here?
Yes, they are.
Troy Bow, head coach there in the red jacket. Looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th down and 16 from the Indian Trail 31. They'll put 4 receivers here to the near side on 4th down. Fuller, under pressure, gets rid of it. Catch is made, well short of the first down. Indian Trail defense able to take over as Demarion Williams made the catch. Who else but Connor Vonrick in on the stop. Again, good pressure up front. I believe that was Baruman again. Got in the face of Fuller. Unable to step into that throw, and so Indian Trail will take over on downs here with 7:22 to play, leading 7-0. Costly penalties tonight. And you just can't have that happen. You can't get a delay there. You've got timeouts. Use them.
Yeah, I mean, you can't take them home with you, so you might as well.
I mean, you're watching the back judge counts you down the final seconds of that, final 5 seconds usually. Took points off the board here for Bradford. Jarvis up the middle. Jarvis across the 30 out to the 32-yard line. Gain of 9, maybe 10. Cole Ramos was there, the junior corner.
That's the most yardage they've gained on that particular play all night. They're running now their offense with double tight.
We have the winning number for the 50-50 raffle.
They're just going to try and burn this clock down. Another first down brought to you by Bryant and Stratton College Athletics. 1st and 10 Indian Trail, just short of their own 34-yard line. Clock will tick under 7 minutes here to go.
6'8", 7'6", 7'7", 50-50 raffle.
Do the same formation here, twin tights, 2 in the backfield. This time they'll hand it off across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Josiah Jackson, the 5'11 junior, just his 3rd carry tonight. Terrell and Lampy, Brock Lampy there to make the stop.
Little cross-buck action that time in the backfield. Faked it to one back, gave it to the other on a 1-step delay and cut it up.
2nd and 4 for the Hawks.
Gain of 6, 2nd down 4. You can see Indian Trail just hanging out in the huddle here, trying to burn some time here. Pick up one more first down. They would at least flip the field here, and if they were to give it up, this would be Grant. Not much there. Grant out to the 41-yard line, back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Again, Brock Lampy there on the stop. He's had a heck of a ball game tonight for Bradford.
Yeah, the 2 Lampy brothers have both had an impact for Bradford on the defensive side.
And again, a sophomore. This youngster is getting valuable playing time on the varsity level. It's going to be fun to watch Brock Lampy continue to develop at that linebacker spot for Bradford.
Once again, Indian Trail's got to be a little careful here. The back judge was starting to count off again. And you can't take too much wind out of your sails.
3rd down, Jarvis gets 1. And is stopped short.
Number 55,
Jake Lampy there, the senior, older brother of Brock. He's had a good ball game tonight. Got a sack tonight, his 9th of the season.
I think they're going to let the clock run and then call a timeout before they punt the ball.
So the punting unit will make its way out onto the field here for Indian Trail. Keeping an eye on the back judge here.
Once again,
Back to return.
Starting to count it down.
Not a sense of urgency getting out onto the field.
And Indian Trail will take the 5-yard penalty. That's mind-boggling.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
Why wouldn't you take the timeout there? It would save the 5 yards.
Especially punting into the wind.
Yeah, it would just. The wind will knock this knuckling kick out of bounds near midfield. It will roll out at the Bradford 46-yard line. We'll take a break. 4:26 remaining. Good field position for the Red Devils, who trail 7-0. Our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights on My 24. .426 to go. Bradford with the football at their own 48-yard line. They trail 7-0. They'll stack 3 here to the near side. Demarion Williams in motion. He'll take it on the jet sweep. Indian Trail had it red. There'll be a loss back to the 44-yard line. A loss of 4 on that jet sweep. Again, good read by that defense, led by number 7, Connor Fonrick.
Dylan Connor Fonrick on the tackle. So loss of 4, second and 4.
Milwaukee Admirals hockey is coming to My 24 Sports with a sweet matchup against the Hershey Bears, live from Panther Arena. Don't miss the action Saturday, October 13th at 6 on My 24. Second down, 14. Fuller going to throw near side. Turn around by Demario Williams, and it goes through his hands. He was still coming out of his break as that ball was coming up on him and could not gather it in.
You know, obviously he hasn't had the time to work with the receivers all year to get that, you know, that anticipation for when that receiver is going to break to the outside and have that ball on the way.
3rd and 14. Hawks showing blitz off the edge. Here they come. Fuller has to get rid of it, and it's dropped, almost intercepted. And again, the pressure up front forcing Fuller to get rid of that football. Nearly the 3rd interception by the Hawk defense tonight, in and out of the hands of Devin Rose, the corner. So now with 3:36 to play, Plaza will punt this one with the wind at his back. If you're Troy Bow, you got a low snap here. And now Plaza looking for a place to run, and he's going to be pulled down at the 43-yard line. Once again, Connor Fonrick there to make the tackle. And so Indian Trail will take over on downs at the Bradford 44-yard line. Red Devils now with 3 timeouts remaining, probably going to need to use them here defensively.
Yeah, I think that's what they're, you know, they knew they had the 3 timeouts. That's why they wanted to punt the ball and see if they could pin them back. Unfortunately, the bad snap derailed that whole plan. But Indian Trail needs now to make sure they keep the clock moving, but not get themselves into a situation where they're going to get themselves a delay penalty.
I would not be surprised if they go to power look here.
Yeah, it's double tight end once again.
See if Jarvis will keep it. Hand it off. Jalen Grant had the touchdown run of 42 yards to give Indian Trail the lead. Oh, check that 24, Josiah Jackson there on the carry.
Yeah, he made something out of nothing there. They had that hole pretty well clogged up.
Andy Ramos will bring the play in. Get the line call set up for the offensive line, the tight end. Again, taking a lot of time here. Back Judge starts his countdown. 2nd and 6. Jarvis dancing around the right side. Jarvis with room. Jarvis Down the far sideline and out of bounds near the 14-yard line. 26-yard scamper by Jarvis. Brock Lampy may have saved a touchdown there.
That was the case. I think they got that play off with about 1 second to go before they were going to get that delay penalty.
Getting out of bounds, he stopped the clock with 2:33 to play, but now if you're Bradford, you're going to have to use timeouts here in these next 3 plays. Try and get the ball back, keep them out of the end zone. They'll mark it at the 15-yard line, 27-yard run by Jarvis. And the back judge starts his count before they break the huddle here. They've got to hustle this play off.
Take your timeout.
Yep, and that's exactly what Indian Trail will do. They were getting the timeout to the line judge here. And they'll grant that timeout to Indian Trail. Well, while we take this timeout, now let's take a look at some of last week's Thursday Night Lights and Friday Night Rivals great moments from across the country.
Later, played for several teams, 3 Pro Bowls. Miller dodging some traffic, gets a block, spins away somehow again. And now he'll heave it down the left side, has a man wide open, and the reception's made the 10-yard line, and Craig Kroom hauls it in.
Any local fans. Handoff goes up the middle again, the ball comes out of the play. Johnstown's defense making a big play. Scoop and score for Tyleek Shirey. At the 6A level this year, W&J College first down. And here is a big run by Meckler into the open field. Meckler turning on the Jets. He goes. Touchdown. Tim Hughes got it. Adolfo. They want it all. Pass is complete. Great adjustment on the ball right there. Rowan Ray to the end zone.
Right back around, a little hitch and go, and then he's able to make the defender miss.
It's been bonkers. Control a little bit. Krusha has it picked off by Caden McCormick, and McCormick, he's going to try to return it. McCormick to the 20, to the 15-10. Caden McCormick returns the interception in for the score with 2 seconds on the clock.
From across the country, Thursday Night Lights and Friday Night Rivals. Indian Trail stopped for a loss back near the 20-yard line. Bradford will take a timeout. They have 2 remaining. Be a 2nd and 15 upcoming here for Indian Trail. And the Hawks go on the road next week. They're at Horlick Field to take on the Horlick Rebels. Final game of the Southeast Conference regular season. They know they're in the playoffs, but they would like to get these next 2 games to improve their seeding in the playoffs, perhaps get a home game.
Right, a second-place finish in the Southeast Conference would really help their cause. I'm sure Horlick has that same little concept in their minds as well.
Speaking of concepts in his mind, here's Mike McGivern.
Oh, all concepts.
Hey, well done, boys. Hey, listen, I'm not sure the last time Bradford has been shut out by Indian Trail, but I'll tell you what, defensive coach is pretty happy on this sideline, hoping to hold on and get a shutout. Boys, are you warm up there? Are you guys all right, nice and comfortable? Are you warm up there?
Well, that's, you were talking about the show with superpowers, so I was hoping you could maybe use one of your superpowers to stay warm and comfortable.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. I'm looking at you boys like you got your jackets off, nice and warm, having some caviar, that kind of stuff. It's cold down here, boys.
Jackson nowhere to go. Bradford will take a timeout here. Alejandro Contreras, first man in there for the Red Devils, and Bradford down to 1 timeout remaining. Well, Indian Trail has never shut out Bradford. This series started in 2012. As I mentioned, even at 3 apiece, Bradford winning last year, Indian Trail taking the game we did 2 years ago at Bradford's new stadium in the dedication game of that stadium, 41-38. The only shutout in this series was the first year, 2012, Bradford a 37-0 blanking of Indian Trail.
And you can't understate, the importance of these city rivalries. You've got Tremper, both teams have defeated Tremper, and I think it was Coach Bo mentioned this is for the city championship of Kenosha.
Indian Trail has never lost to Tremper. That's the other head scratcher out of the series. They've run 7 straight here against Tremper. So 2:20 remaining. 3rd and 16 for Indian Trail at the Bradford 21-yard line. Red Devils with one more timeout here.
2nd and 16, or excuse me, 3rd and 16.
They'll run it out of the eye. Jarvis going to throw it. Completes the pass far side. First down and more. Touchdown, Indian Trail. Scooter Terrian scoots his way in for 6. And Indian Trail, 2-score lead with 2:11 to play.
And the coaches assured us Scooter is his legal name.
Great call by Coach Hoffman, rolling Jarvis out of the eye. Bradford thinking they're going to run it, and then swings it out to Scooter Terrian, the 5'10 senior, for the score. Laurent to attempt the extra point. That is up, and it is good. 14-0 Indian Trail with 2:11 to go. The 21-yard pass from Jarvis to Scooter Terrian. Well, brought to you by Sweetwater, our watershed moment tonight. You just saw it. Here it is again. The option rollout, and Scooter Terrian getting a couple of nice blocks downfield to set up the lane down that far side. Our watershed moment brought to you by Sweetwater. Remember, you can be a game changer in your watershed. When it rains, stormwater washes litter, yard waste, chemicals, and other debris into our rivers and lakes. Visit respectourwaters.org to learn what you can do to prevent water pollution. Paul Hoffman with the stocking cap on, the head coach, second year at Indian Trail. A 56-yard drive. Scooter Terrian, number 22, got his yardage and his uniform number the same. Now, Coach, do you kick this one away, or do you try a little line drive kick, something that they can't return here?
Well, you know, we know we've got Sage Terrell back deep. He already has an 85-yard kickoff return this year. You might want to do just a driving kick right through the middle, try to force one of those up men to take that ball.
Got Infacino back there too, number 22. The 21 deep is Sage Terrell. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Infacino across the 20, Infacino to the 25 and down to the 27-yard line. Marco Infacino with the return. So getting down there, Andy Ramos on special teams, starting tight end. A great defensive effort tonight put on by Indian Trail, their defensive coordinator, Jim Kennedy. Got to be proud with the way his defense has played so far. Got another 2 minutes here, but pitching a shutout. Fuller comes back near side and through the hands of Demarion Williams, incomplete. Bishop on the coverage for Indian Trail.
There's no doubt, you know, Bradford's been hampered by all their injuries. Coach Bau wasn't going to use that as an excuse when we talked with him this week. He said, we're going to show up, we're going to play the game. And he relishes the fact that he has so many guys coming back next year.
2nd and 10 from the 27, low snap, Fuller open on that far side. Lexani Bonilla with the catch near the first down marker, stayed in bounds, however, at the 35-yard line. It looks like Anders Johnson there to make the stop.
Number 5, Curtis Tolfrey, and number 8, Nathan Tony.
Be short of the first down by 2, 3rd and 2 here. Again, Bradford with just one timeout remaining. Blitzing off the edge. They'll go back over the middle. Tough throw. Great catch by Jayshawn Lee. Moving the pile across midfield into Indian Trail territory at the 48-yard line. Clock will stop as they reset the first down markers across the way.
You know, Lee has been very impressive tonight. Big target, 6'3", 220, plays basketball. I imagine he's a heck of a rebounder.
Get his way in there on the blocks. Another Bryant and Stratton College Athletics first down. Fuller with time. Far side, overthrows Williams, incomplete. Stops the clock with 1:11 to play. Sets up 2nd and 10 from midfield here for Bradford.
For number 10, Williams, Clayton Bishop once again on the coverage.
Again, they'll go 2 by 2 in the receiving core. They'll keep it back in. That's Gavesos in there. Swing it out far side. And again, there were 2 receivers out there, but it's thrown away. Looked like Demarion Williams closest to that ball. Also Jayshawn Lee, I should say, in the vicinity. So 3rd and 10 here for the Red Devils. 66 seconds to go. And they'll go with the 4-receiver look, 2 by. Again, over the middle, and it's incomplete, looking for Williams on a post route that time, but wasn't able to get to the spot. And sets up 4th down. The game on the line right here for Bradford. Be 4th and 10 at the 49-yard line. Got Lee in a slot left. This is it. Under pressure, and Fuller's going to go down back at the 48-yard line. In on the sack, Nate Turney, a junior, able to get in for the sack. And that'll be your ball game here tonight with 54 seconds left. Bradford with only 1 chance to stop the clock here.
The Indian Trail defense is a young defense too. 7 of the 11 are underclassmen. Both these teams, you know, are, I think, going to be reckoned with next year.
Indian Trail 54 seconds away from their 2nd shutout of the season. They shut out Racine Park back on September 7th, 41-0. They'll line up in the victory formation here. Jarvis will take a knee. Bradford not going to use their timeout here. Paul Hoffman in his 2nd season as head coach. Got things rolling here. His team's going to go to 5-1 in the conference.
There's Fonrick making contact again, this time with his coach.
Fonrick, one heck of a night tonight defensively. Give you a hint. Player of the game. Might have been a shot there of our player of the game. As Indian Trail will take 1 more knee, and that will do it. The Hawks pitch a shutout tonight. Get a late touchdown by Scooter Terrian. And they take down Bradford tonight by a score of 14-0. Stay tuned. We'll be back with our Player of the Game award and a trophy presentation to the winning team, the Indian Trail Hawks tonight. They shut out Kenosha Bradford 14-0. Back with our post-game on our Heisler Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights on My 24. Shutout tonight here at Jaskowitz Stadium. Kenosha Indian Trail, their 2nd shutout of the season as they knock down Kenosha Bradford by a score of 14-0. They get to 5-1 in Southeast Conference action. For Bradford, the loss tonight eliminates their chances of making the playoffs this season as they fall now to 2 and 4 on the season. And they have got Racine Case on their schedule next week. Indian Trail will be at Racine Horlick next week. Let's head down for our Player of the Game award. Here's Mike McGivern.
Hey, boys, junior, number 7, Connor Fonsrick. Man, I got that thing done. Hey, I'll tell you what, they talked a lot about you tonight, a lot of tackles. I've never seen anybody run off the field after an interception as fast as you did. Hey, you boys like playing for that linebacker coach, don't you?
Yes, sir. He's a lot of fun to play with.
Hey, so you get Tremper, and now you get Bradford. Not bad to get the teams in Kenosha. Anytime you get crosstown rivals and you get them both, so far it's a good season.
Yes, sir. It's a very good season to win. It's very good to win the city.
Yeah, you're feeling pretty good about these boys?
Oh, this is the best team ever. I love these guys.
Yeah! Sergeant?
Yes, sir. Connor, we just wanted to give you the U.S. Army Player of the Game trophy. All right. Congrats.
Back to you, boys, and we'll come back and Coach Hoffman here in a minute.
All right,
congratulations.
Mike, thank you. Congratulations to Connor Fonrick, and here's part of his work tonight, our U.S. Army Player of the Game. 13 tackles tonight for this junior. My goodness.
1 interception and could have had a second one.
Here's the pick right here where he just jumped the route, pulled that one in front of Rashawn Lee.
A little bit of exuberance.
Absolutely, and that's part of his position coach, Sean Fuker. I'll tell you right there, Connor Fonrick with that interception, and our player of the game tonight brought to you all season long by the United States Army, Army Strong. Let's head on down to the sideline for a winner's trophy presentation brought to you by Rudig Trophies. When you think trophies, think Rudig Trophies. Once again, here's Mike McGivern.
Hey, so I asked Coach Hoffman, who do you want to hold the trophy? He said, man, come on with Scooter. Hey, nice job tonight. Well done. And as I talked with Connor, man, anytime you get Tremper and then you get Bradford, that's a good year for you boys.
Yeah, it is. It's just amazing to be out here with a good group of guys and beat City and take the city championships home.
Man, that's off. Hey, Coach, I'll tell you what, you're starting to understand now this whole crosstown rival stuff, and these guys all know each other. And you can tell that during the game. I was impressed with your coaching staff and how these guys responded when you guys talked to them.
Yeah, no, they've done a great job with the kids and bought into what the staff and what we preach, and it's about controlling ourselves and trying to get to where we want to get to, and acting out doesn't do that, and just staying on point with executing.
A couple of things to get cleaned up. I mean, you guys, right, you get a few things cleaned up, a couple penalties, turnover, but I'll tell you what, Coach, this is a fun team for us to be down here watching, because I like what happens on the sidelines. I'm impressed with your staff and these kids and how they play for each other.
Well, thanks, I appreciate it. I mean, these guys are awesome. Love you guys. I can tell you guys all the time. They just do a great job of playing together, and I tell them every week, like, go out there and just have fun. This is a game. Too many people take it serious. Yeah, there's a lot of serious things to it, but in the bottom of it, it's a bunch of brothers coming together and playing together, having fun, and winning's the fun thing to do.
That's it. Man, hey, good luck the rest of the way, Coach. Yeah, you bet. Well done, boys.
The Kings of Kenosha. They knock off Tremper. They knock off Bradford. 14-0 Indian Trail over Kenosha Bradford. We'll step out for one more break. Back with a final word from Jaskowitz Stadium right after this. Jalen Grant with a 42-yard touchdown run. Scooter Terrian, a 21-yard touchdown reception. Your final tonight. Indian Trail advancing on as they will take on Racine Horlick next week in a big ball game that might set a seed for them in the playoffs. A 14-0 victory over Bradford tonight.
Well, Indian Trail's defense certainly did an outstanding job this evening. Offense did enough to make sure they got the win. Now they got to try to see if they can get that offense cranked up a little bit more and continue that defensive surge.
Bradford needs to pick it up. They need to take on Racine Case at home next week, their final game of the season.
A young team, and you want to go into next season looking at the positives.
Well, next Thursday, our final week of Thursday Night Lights, and it's going to be the Woodland Conference Championship again. It's going to be New Berlin Eisenhower taking on the Shorewood Messmer Greyhounds for the title. Don't forget, that'll be next Thursday at 7 from Shorewood next week. And please don't forget, tonight's game will be rebroadcast Sunday night at 7 right here on My 24. Big thanks to our nice crew here, our sports crew for My 24. Big thanks to John Pearson and Mike McGivern working the sidelines tonight. Ryan Horvat on stats. George Papacristo, our spotter up in the booth. For Terry Kelly, I'm John Weiser. Thanks for tuning in to Heiser Automotive Group's Thursday Night Lights, presented by U.S. Cellular on My 24.
Heiser Automotive Group's Thursday Night Lights, presented by U.S. Cellular on My 24, is brought to you by Heiser. Today's your day. U.S. Cellular, in the middle of nowhere. Additional support has been provided by the U.S. Army, Gruber Law Offices, Salvation Army, Sweetwater, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, Empire Beauty School, the Big 920, and Bryant and Stratton College Athletics.